if you start to find that pinching is something that you're doing a lot of, you may find that it really overworks the tendons in your hand if you're doing quite a bit of repetition. So there's a couple different methods to bring into focus. One thing I rely on often is a ball, or you can use a wooden dowel to open up a form, and that can get you a lot farther or help you start a piece, both when you have firmer clay or when you want to work further. But just because it's pinching, we don't have to just focus on our hands. So to create the tops of these forms, I actually stood up and I got my elbow in the action and I cradled the clay and I started to walk open the piece. Whoop, we're gonna have to get rid of those. I knew that was gonna happen. Started to, the same way, work in one place for a full rotation and open up the form. As you notice right away, I can move a lot more clay without cracking it because I'm working the same way, slowly opening. I'm not stretching overly or squeezing into the clay, but I'm still pinching open the form. And now I've been able to very quickly, in some ways, make a much larger form. So I'm working, cradling it. You can also work this way, possibly on the table and have it cradled that way, perhaps on a piece of foam would be really helpful. So that's one way to start to open a much larger bit of clay. I still have a lot of thickness left in this piece, and I'm gonna go back and continue to work on it. Another thing I wanted to share with you is, so I made this little pie dish, which I think, Jim, you were talking about a couple of pieces that you cracked. I quickly set something on this while it was dry and managed to crack it open as well. It's very different working in a home studio, or maybe not, it happens everywhere. So with that form, I actually got my knuckles into it, and I started the same way to pound it into shape. And what I love about this is that I can start to flatten out the piece, and I can get something that's very, the thickness is the same. I can get something that's very much like a slab form. Hand slab, as I open it up, I might be able to bring my fingers and thumb into pinching it, open and out. And so without access to a slab roller, maybe we don't have a rolling pin at home or the space to throw out our slabs, we can actually pinch a slab into place and get something that has a really even thickness. I'm already getting pretty even here as I've gone through. So to continue to press open and out. So I think, you know, really I've found that using different unexpected parts, not just pinching, like I said, because some of my sculptural forms, I go much bigger and I need to start with something that's much wider, and then maybe I'll coil up from there. That's where I found that either getting in with your knuckles or in your elbow, using the ball to help open up, really has offered me a different way to create some of these forms.